The Territorial Army is a military reserve force composed of part-time volunteers who provide support services to the Indian Army. It consists of officers, junior commissioned officers, non-commissioned officers and other personnel who hold ranks identical to those in the Indian Army, and also maintains civilian occupations. The primary role of the Territorial Army is to relieve the regular army from static duties and assist civil administration in dealing with natural calamities and maintenance of essential services, and to provide units for the regular army as and when required. Interesting fact: the Territorial Army in India does provide a unique opportunity for individuals to join the Indian Army as an officer up to the age of 42, which is considerably older than the age limit for regular entries. This makes the Territorial Army a last resort for those who are passionate about serving in the armed forces but may have missed earlier opportunities due to age constraints or other factors. However, it's important to note that the Territorial Army is a part-time commitment for most officers, allowing them to continue with their civilian careers while serving in the Army during certain periods. Once someone passes the age limit for the Territorial Army, they would indeed have no further opportunities to join the Indian Army in an official capacity. Therefore, for aspirants who are passionate about military service, the Territorial Army can represent a final chance to fulfill this ambition. Several Indian celebrities like Mohammad Azharuddin, Kapil Dev, Mohanlal, Abhinav Bindra, Mahendra Singh Dhoni have joined the Territorial Army over the years. These celebrities have not only honored their nation but have also inspired countless others to consider service to the country in various forms. How can one join the Territorial Army? Only gainfully employed Indian citizens can have the opportunity of donning the uniform and serving the nation as Territorial Army officers, based on the concept of enabling motivated young citizens to serve in a military environment without having to sacrifice their primary professions. How to join? Territorial Army notification is published twice a year to recruit candidates for officer posts in various departments nationwide. Once for civilian candidate and once for ex-servicemen. Depending on the vacancies, in some years the exam has been conducted only once, and there are instances where it has not been conducted at all. The exact months for the notification and examination dates can vary from year to year, so it is recommended to regularly check the official website of the Indian Army or the Territorial Army for the most up-to-date information. Additionally, you can refer to our YouTube channel The Sentinel on a regular basis. Candidates are required to apply online at www.jointerritorialarmy.gov.in only. No other mode is allowed for submission of the application. Territorial Army eligibility criteria. Territorial Army recruits both civilian and ex-servicemen. Eligibility criteria for civilian candidate. Candidates must be a citizen of India. Neighboring or friendly country nationals can't apply for this exam. The age of candidates should be between 18 and 42 years on the date of application, must have completed graduation from a recognized university. Candidates must be physically and medically fit in all respects and most importantly gainfully employed. Territorial Army eligibility criteria for ex-servicemen. Only ex-service officers can apply who are in the age group of 18 to 42 years. Candidates must be a graduate and physically and mentally fit. Serving member of the regular Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, GREF, paramilitary and other forces are not eligible. Territorial Army selection process. Territorial Army selection process for officers, civilian candidate. Candidates applying successfully for the exam are called for screening. The screening comprises a written exam followed by an interview, conducted by a preliminary interview board by the respective Territorial Army Group headquarters. Successful candidates are required to further undergo tests at a Service Selection Board, SSB, and Medical Board for final selection. The vacancies for male and female candidates are determined as per organizational requirements. Territorial Army selection process for ex-servicemen. The ex-service officers are screened by the Army Headquarters Selection Board, ASB, at Additional Directorate General Territorial Army. Ex-Armed Forces commissioned officers will be selected through interview. The ex-service officers undergo a medical examination at Armed Forces Clinic followed by their police verification for final selection. Territorial Army preparation tips. The level of logical reasoning questions asked in the exam will be of graduation level. Therefore, candidates must have a thorough understanding of the basics of logical reasoning. The standard of the elementary maths will be of class 10 level. So, focus on the maths topics from the primary and secondary level of school. For English, read books and magazines to improve your vocabulary. Candidates must keep themselves updated with the current affairs of at least 6 months. Revise Indian politics, sports, constitution, science and technology, and the topics of static general knowledge. Jai Hind.